Celtic have completely blown Rangers out of the water after securing a massive financial windfall. We will go through the ins and outs of this in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
When Gustav Lagabiela steps out at Celtic Park with Braga tonight, it will be a swift return to familiar surroundings for the Swedish defender. Signed in 2023, he spent just one season in Glasgow, with another out on loan at Twente before moving to Portugal, making only 10 appearances in green and white. It was a short spell, but one that still left its mark on the centre-back, who insists he leaves with plenty of lessons learned. I think if I summarise the 2 years, I would say that I learned a lot, Lagabiela said ahead of the clash. Both what it means to be part of a big club like Celtic and a lot of football stuff. While his Celtic career never truly got going, the Swede holds one moment in particular close to his heart, his late winner against Feyenoord in December 2023. That goal sealed Celtic's first Champions League home victory in more than a decade, a landmark moment that supporters still look back on fondly. That goal, despite being meaningless in terms of that Champions League campaign, gave Celtic the platform and belief to really kick on last season in the competition. It saw Celtic get a good run in the competition before being seconds away from taking Bayern Munich to extra time in the knockout rounds. Feyenoord night was a good night, he recalled in the Glasgow Times, scoring and winning for the first time in a while. It was a very big moment, that's for sure. It's difficult to rank them, but it was a very special night. Also, winning the titles, those were the biggest highlights. Now part of a Braga side struggling for domestic form but buoyed by a Europa League opening win, Lagabiela returns to Glasgow determined to make an impression once again, only this time as the opponent. Now for the main story, as Celtic continue to post strong financial results after dominating the Scottish Premiership ahead of Rangers in recent years. Celtic were expected to smash their club record revenue following their exploits in the Champions League last season, where they reached the knockout round playoffs before being narrowly beaten by Bayern Munich. The Scottish champions posted their accounts for 2024 to 2025 on the 19th of September, revealing their revenue increased from £124.6 million in 2024 to 2023 to 24 to £143.6 million last season. Celtic's net spend on transfers was just over £7 million, with £31.5 million of their £38.6 million worth of spending recouped by player sales. Meanwhile, Rangers have previously been criticised for their sales after failing to make money on several players in recent years. Former Man City financial advisor Stefan Borson exclusively told Football Insider Celtic have outperformed Rangers in terms of player sales over the past few years. Celtic's biggest sale of last season was Matt O'Reilly after the midfielder joined Brighton for around £25 million, while Sam Lammers's £1.7 million move to FC Twente was the highest fee Rangers received. Speaking exclusively to Football Insider about Celtic's accounts, Borson said, "If you go through the player sales trend, they've actually done a lot better than Rangers over the years." Rangers have had a real crisis on this side of things where they've made £48 million in the last 10 years, and Celtic have done now after this £140 million of player trading profit. But if you look at, let's say, the last 5 years, you've had £9 million, £29 million, £14 million, £7 million, and now the £31 million. It's just that they need to be a bit more consistent in the player trading. In terms of other key financials within their accounts, Celtic recorded a £33.9 million profit after tax and went into the latest summer transfer window with £77.3 million of cash assets. Celtic are well run, despite fan criticism. Celtic fans have been critical of the club's board after failing to back Brendan Rodgers substantially in the summer window. Borson said, "If you can get consistent in the player trading and you can get yourself with effectively an option each year on the Champions League, then the numbers are going to be interesting for Celtic and they should be able to pull away and be able to invest more. I think they're run in quite a cautious, sensible way, but obviously the fans want more. I guess there's an attraction not to overdo it given that they don't need to in the Scottish Premiership. If you look at the headline wages to turnover, it is 53% for last year. They're well run. It's just not what fans want to hear. The fans are not really that bothered about discipline. Everybody wants to see ambition when really ambition is just simply please go and spend loads of money. Celtic have picked up 14 points from their opening 6 games of the new Scottish Premiership season, while they drew 1-1 with Red Star Belgrade in their opening Europa League match last week. In other news, Celtic defender Alistair Johnston has paid tribute to his former club Nashville SC after they lifted the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup for the first time in their history. The Tennessee outfit sealed the trophy with a 2-1 victory over Austin FC on Wednesday night, a result that also secures their place in the 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup. It marks a major milestone for a club that only joined Major League Soccer in 2020, with silverware now firmly in their cabinet. Johnston, who spent the early years of his professional career with Nashville, made 44 appearances between 2020 and 2021 before moving to CF Montreal. From there, he made the switch to Celtic, where he has since become a key figure in Brendan Rodgers' side. The Canadian international was quick to celebrate Nashville's achievement on social media, posting a message of pride on his Instagram story. "History makers, whole city is going to enjoy this one. First of many for the trophy cabinet," wrote Johnston. The defender remains sidelined with a hamstring injury that has kept him out of action since the start of the season, although he recently provided supporters with an optimistic update, revealing he is ahead of schedule in his recovery. And Brendan Rodgers has since confirmed that he's set to join back training after the international break. It'll be good to have him back in green and white hoops. In other news, Celtic got a timely lift ahead of Thursday night's Europa League meeting with Braga. The planned continuation of the stadium silence has been put on hold after the club invited supporter groups to face-to-face talks on Monday. The Celtic Fans Collective confirmed late on Wednesday that they, along with allied fan organisations, have accepted Monday's meeting. Chief Executive Michael Nicholson and Finance Director Chris McKay will represent the club. In good faith, the groups have paused the 3-match silence that began at the weekend. It is a significant boost for Brendan Rodgers and his players. The first 12 minutes against Hibernian showed how sterile Celtic Park feels without its soundtrack. On Thursday, there should be no hush, with the planned 29-minute silence shelved. The stands should be at full voice from the first whistle. That matters. Celtic are chasing their first win of the league phase after opening with a draw and need every marginal gain against a Braga side who will travel well. Rodgers has spoken repeatedly about the value of home intensity in Europe. A switched-on support gives Celtic territory, tempo and pressure. Officials feel it, opponents feel it, Celtic's players feed off it. The pause in protest is not the end of the story. The supporter groups have been clear that serious questions remain over direction, investment and communication at board level. Monday's summit must address those concerns with substance. For one night, though, the focus can narrow to the pitch.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.